Before committing time and money to career switching into cybersecurity, it might be a good idea to see what your day could look like. In this video, I'll discuss my experience as a security analyst/engineer to help you figure out if this is a good fit for you. My professional experience is 99% blue team. I've worked for an MSSP, a managed security services provider, where other companies paid us to do their security, so they didn't have to build a program themselves. And most of that experience was in the financial sector. Think banks, credit unions, things like that. My second role was and is for in-house security, where the company has an in-house SOC or Security Operations Center. We configure and manage all of the security for the company. So what does a day in my life look like? I'll start my day at 9 and depending on the day of the week, either roll out of bed and mosey on over to the command center at my house or drive into work. I have a hybrid schedule where I'm 2 days at home, 3 days in the office, and it is fantastic. It's a great balance where I can meet people in person when I need to and then jam out at home in my comfy clothes and get shit done without distractions. Just kidding. I have a 2-year-old who loves infiltrating my office. So at 9, first thing I do is check what meetings I have for the day. My company is global, so mornings tend to have more meetings. Our sister location in EMEA, which is a fancy acronym for Europe, is nearing the end of their day, so we squeeze in some meetings with them. Another immediate task is to start triaging alerts, finding what is critical and what can wait, ensuring the critical and high-level stuff is addressed quickly. For instance, we may get a critical alert that an account could be compromised or that an endpoint may have ransomware or an email from the CEO saying our email filter is blocking his email. Yes, C-suite folks are always critical priority. We treat them like royalty. They pay our bills. After meetings are over and all the critical stuff has been addressed, and assuming we didn't have an actual breach, which can take hours to work through, and thankfully those are rare, then I'll move on to the medium and low priority alerts and emails and various queues. There may be a list of these lower level alerts with a high false positive rate, meaning they turn out to be false alarms. There could be emails where people have questions or emails being held or websites being blocked. I'll investigate and release emails or unblock websites and whatnot. The goal is to clean up all of the queues so that we're just dealing with new alerts that populate throughout the day, which tends to happen around lunch. So I often take lunch a little late, but hey, at least I get a lunch. In my last position, I worked through lunch pretty much every day. But now that I'm in-house security and not everything is on fire all the time, yes, MSSPs deal with lots of fires. It is great experience, the best experience. But it's like constant stress, just constant fires everywhere. So I'll take 30 to 45 minutes to eat some lunch. I can take an hour, but I don't really need that much time to eat a sandwich. After lunch, assuming queues are quiet, is when I can take off my analyst hat and put on my engineering hat. Now is the time I can fix and fine-tune our tools, reduce the number of false positive alerts, create new alerts in our SIM, set up automation to trigger when certain alerts generate, vulnerability scanning, patch management, auditing, email policy configuration, really improving all of the tools, which means a lot of learning and researching. Engineering is more about tool improvement and deploying new tools and technologies. Analyst type stuff is more what we talked about in the morning, triaging and responding to alerts, pulling reports, looking at data. The engineer takes those reports and data and makes changes to the environment. I'm lucky enough in my current position, I get to do both jobs, which adds a lot of variety to the work I get to do. Frankly, level 1 SOC analysts who just work alerts all day long tend to get burnt out. It's rough. I used to do that back at the MSSP. It's alert triage fatigue, mundane work that can kill the soul. Thankfully, you can move up the ranks as a SOC analyst and become level 2 or 3 and have a much better time of it. I was a level 2 before I moved on, because the work they get to do tends to be true positive alerts that were escalated, so there's a much larger emphasis on incident response. I then end my day around 5, but am somewhat always on call in case a true positive critical incident arises. So I may be at the gym or wherever and get a call from my boss and have to head home and help look into things. Again, this is rare, but it's also kind of a big deal. You don't want to let a bad actor roam free in your environment all night long. They can do a lot of damage in just a few hours. It's been my experience that because I'm kind of always on call and have worked random hours of the night, that my bosses are super relaxed with PTO and my schedule. If I come in late or need to schedule medical appointments during the day or want a day off, they bend over backwards to make all of that as easy as possible. I'm not losing time by working those extra hours. They always make it up to me. If you have any questions or comments, please add them down below. I am here to help you out on this journey. Just let me know how. Next up in this series, we'll cover why to become a cybersecurity analyst, covering topics like pay, number of available positions, types of positions, and give you some food for thought if this career field is right for you. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm a new channel, so your engagement means the world to me. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.